Hi everyone, today we're reviewing Warrior Zack. He is from the Brown Bear Academy batch.
He is currently a rank A warrior in Japan, and with his Shinki, he will be an S+.
Really nice. So that makes him, in the global version, a S class, give or take, and his Shinki will probably still be S+-ish
Yeah,
when it comes
because
out.
when it comes out, the
We'll have
characters...
better characters by then.
Yeah. So these are Opulence's town stats. He is a warrior, so these are the stats. The buildings are not maxed yet, so...
Pretty close to getting maxed, but almost not yet.
And since he is a technical type, he also has an increase of stats from the Brown Bear desks.
And again, you can get the Brown Bear desk through the special quests in the Brown Bear Islands.
So here is Zack, here are his stats, and here are his skills.
So his passives first begin, he has 3 passives, HP plus 15%, which is nice because, you should always have more HP. Boost action skills plus 15% and attack plus 20%. This makes him a really attack-heavy warrior, which is nice because all warriors are attack-heavy. Specifically, his boost HP 15% isn't super fantastic because warriors do have relatively high HP, but it's nice.
And his leader skill will greatly lower the damage that technical type characters will receive. It is fairly situational depending on whether or not you have an entire team of technical types, but it depends on what you want to use Zack with.
Right. And also, again, it's not super helpful for Zack himself, only because he does have a lot of HP anyway, so lowering the damage really just gives him more
tanky.
Makes him more tanky. Which is nice, but, I mean, warriors are all 3 tanks.
So his first action skill is Shake It, and it will deal bolt damage, and it has a possibility of stun. Or no, not stun.
Shock.
It has a possibility of shock. It will also increase attack speed by a certain amount, and the buff will last for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. He also has a second active skill, which is called Rock With You. It's fairly expensive at 43 SP. It
45.
45 SP. It does an area of effect attack and has a movement speed up of 20 seconds. The cool thing about his second skill is that there is a possibility to interact with it. That is, when you play, that it also gives you an opportunity to tap at the right moment. And if you do tap at the right moment, he gets an increased attack power and an attack buff of ×2 for
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
It's a really short buff, but attack ×2 is very strong, so if you can spam another skill in that time, you can deal massive damage.
Right. Because normally attack buffs are like 1.5, right? 1.5, 1.3.
Mm-hmm. So we will test him out in a stage, and we will not be choosing a partner because we don't want them to attack
the mobs that we want to attack.
So here's Zack with standard warrior attack speed. You can see it's fairly slow, like
fairly standard
normal warriors. And his first action skill is pretty cool. It will deal lightning damage, but now you can see his increase in attack speed. It's fairly obvious, and it will definitely help you out if you're not used to normal warriors and their really slow attack speed.
Right, so if you're going from, say, a fencer to a warrior, Zack is probably a very reasonable warrior to switch to. It's also relatively flashy like Zack, so I like it. I think it's cute.
So I'm gonna wait a little bit and break this chest. Okay, and I'm going to amass a mob so I can show you the AoE part of the second skill.
And okay. There is the buff.
And here I am going to fail. You can see it still does pretty good damage, mm-hmm. and I have a movement speed buff, and it will last for 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm. What's cute about it is it says Zack on the bottom. I don't know if you saw, but it says Zack right there, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cute.
I am going to break these for health. And then I'm also going to get yet another mob, and I will succeed this time. Hopefully.
Hopefully. There you go. When you succeed, it says rock and roll and throws out confetti. You can see there's an attack buff by the blue arrows.
Swords.
Blue swords.
You can see that it disappeared fairly quickly because it only lasts for 5 seconds, but it is a very strong attack buff.
Mm-hmm. I imagine if you're able to use the attack twice in a row, the second skill twice in a row, it would pretty much decimate anything in your way.
But yeah, so it looks like I failed. But yeah, when you succeed, it will say rock and roll, and there's confetti, and it will deal a lot more damage than if you fail.
Right. These are fairly old quests, so it's relatively easy to pass. So that's Zack. His motif of being a rock and roll star is really interesting, and I like it. I mean, it really suits him, I think.
But yeah, that's Zack.
Thank you! Hi everyone, we're ROMbi.
If you enjoyed our character review today, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Also, if you guys are going to Fanime, catch us there. We're going to be going to the Colopl Rune story panel, and I'll be cosplaying as Vivi. Come find us! Bye!